Please subscribe my channel. I never imagined a simple prank could cause so much pain. That's what I told myself when we chose to leave my husband out of the fun. My name is Sarah. For most of my 11-year marriage to Ethan, I thought I was careful, kind, and faithful. That weekend showed me how weak those ideas can get when ease turns into meanness. Ethan and I had been married for 11 years, the type that falls into daily habits rather than excitement. We knew each other's favorite coffee, our calm Sundays, and how tension appeared as quietness. When my sister Lauren planned a beach birthday trip with friends in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Ethan couldn't join because of work. He had a big project deadline he'd promised to meet long ago. I kissed him goodbye and said we'd make it up soon. He smiled, worn out but trusting. The drive there was noisy and wild. Music blared too loud. Jokes got too sharp. Someone came up with a prank idea. Nothing serious, they said. We'd send Ethan a fake spot, say we took a wrong turn, let him worry a bit, then laugh about it. I paused. Lauren sighed dramatically. He's an adult, she said. He'll find it funny. I went along because it was simpler than arguing. We sent the text when we got there, then more, building the fake story. Distance grew in our tale. Worry led to many calls I didn't pick up, because answering would stop the joke. I told myself he'd feel better later. I told myself a lot. If this already bothers you, please like and share so it gets to folks who know how little decisions can grow big. By the time Ethan really drove out, things shifted. His voice sounded strained when I finally answered. He said he was driving, lights shining through mist, and asked for our true spot. Lauren giggled in the back. I didn't tell her to stop. That's what haunts me. I didn't tell her to stop. We went out that night anyway. Drinks came quick. Limits dropped quicker. A friend's friend, Ryan, sat near me, asked simple questions, listened like he cared. I grumbled about married life in that safe way people do when they want pity but no real trouble. He touched my arm. I didn't move it. I told myself Ethan was far away. That time dragged on, that the prank was done. It wasn't. When Ethan arrived around midnight, he looked worn out. He stood there out of breath, phone in hand, and everyone got silent. Lauren tried to call it a mix-up. The laugh stopped. Ethan didn't yell. He asked one easy but crushing question. Why didn't you pick up? I started to speak, but said nothing honest. After he went, I went too far with what I'd been flirting with all evening. I stayed. I drank more. I let Ryan walk me back. Nothing outright happened. That's the excuse I'm holding onto. But something worse did. I decided not to follow my husband. I decided not to talk it out. I decided not to be the person I believed I was. Right now, comment one word that describes this for you. Thoughtless or mean, and explain why. Morning brought regret like a bad hangover. Text from Ethan stayed unread because looking meant facing what I'd done. The prank wasn't funny anymore. It was a chain of choices leading to a place I didn't know. When I finally rang him, he didn't blame me. He said he'd driven home alone. Road bare. Thinking about trust and how laughs can hurt. He said he needed time apart. I said I got it, but that was partly untrue. I flew home by myself. The house seemed changed, like it knew new things about us. Ethan used the guest room. Days went by with just practical talk and no closeness. I wanted to say sorry without making it small, to explain without reasons. I saw that going too far isn't one big act. It's all the times you pick yourself over kindness. And kindness, once you joke it away, is hard to get back. I don't know if our love will last this, but being open begins here, and quiet ends tonight for both of us. Ethan didn't come home the night I got back. He texted briefly that he was at a buddy's, needing to think without the house feeling heavy. I read it over and over, seeing what was missing. No mad words, no accusations, just space, which hurt more. Space meant he was figuring out his future, and I wasn't sure I was in it. When he returned, it was early dawn. I heard the door first. The soft close sounded like a pause. He was in the kitchen, tired eyes, staring down as if waiting for advice. I rushed an apology, words messy, covering the prank, the push from others, the alcohol, the dumb pics that seemed tiny then. He raised a hand gently to pause me. I don't want the play-by-play, he said. I want to know if you get why it hurts. That hit hard. I'd practiced excuses, not real insight. I told him I'd let fun take over caring, that I'd seen him anxious and kept the lie going to fit in, that I'd picked flattery over faithfulness, thinking it made it feel real and heavy. He nodded slowly, like marking a sad checklist. We spoke for hours, not arguing but facing facts. He said driving alone, imagining us missing or hurt, changed something. I felt foolish, he said, and I don't want to feel unsafe with my wife. I had nothing to say back. There's no smart reply when you see you've hurt the one who trusted you deepest. We talked about therapy like a rescue we both hesitated to take. Pride turns even good help into defeat. We chose to go not to fix everything quick, but to talk freely. Early meetings were hushed. I learned to hear him without defending fast. Ethan learned to voice when jokes felt rude. Improvement came uneven, that's the real type. Weeks on, Lauren said sorry. She was sincere. I forgave, but space remained. Bad effects don't vanish when regret arrives. I quit alcohol a while, not as penalty, but to think clear. I began acting better, picking up calls, facing hard stuff over hiding. Some days Ethan warmed up. Others, he stayed guarded. Trust rebuilds slowly. One night, months later, we walked as light faded. He said he still loved me, but love differed from feeling safe. Those words were soft but strong. We sat on a park bench, watching traffic hurry by, each car sure of its path. If you felt this, join the comments. Can trust heal after public shame, or does it always shift? The boundary I broke wasn't physical. It was picking fun over my husband's respect. That's what I regret not seeing sooner. Boundaries aren't always clear. Sometimes they're subtle, and you cross them grinning. I share this not for pity from others. I share because I learned how fast a joke can crack something deep. Ethan and I are still together, still trying. Some days feel easier, others cautious. I've learned caring isn't soft, it's respect ready to work. If this stops, it won't be from one weekend, but from our daily choices after. I can accept that truth. Now, before you leave, like the video, comment your thoughts on this question and subscribe for more honest, tough stories about relationships and owning up, because thinking deeply only helps if it keeps going past one finish.